Consciousness feels like the final line, the thing that separates the living from the dead, the aware from the unaware, the experiencer from the background. It's easy to assume it starts and ends in the brain. You wake up and suddenly the lights are on. You go to sleep and they're off. Consciousness seems local, personal, humans. But what if that's not the full picture? There's a theory gaining quiet traction in both science and philosophy that turns this idea completely inside out. It's called panpsychism. And it asks something wild. What if consciousness isn't something that shows up late in brains, but something that was always here from the very beginning? It doesn't mean that rocks have thoughts or chairs feel boredom. Panpsychism isn't about making everything human. It's about taking the mystery of awareness and pulling it back to its roots. Instead of seeing consciousness as an emergent property of complexity, it asks if it could be a fundamental feature of the universe, like space, time, or charge. Think about it like this. We already accept that matter has properties we can't see. A particle has mass, spin, electric charge. You can't touch these things. They just are. So, why not one more property? Something like proto-consciousness. Not full-blown thought, not feeling, but the most basic shimmer of awareness. Just enough to matter when enough of it stacks up. This isn't fringe. Philosophers like David Chalmers, famous for defining the hard problem of consciousness, have suggested that maybe we're not getting anywhere with consciousness because we're looking in the wrong place. We keep trying to explain awareness as a side effect of neurons, hoping it'll pop out of the math, but it never quite does. Panpsychism flips that. It says, start with consciousness as fundamental, not accidental. Let's pause for a second and ask, what even is consciousness? We don't really know. It's not intelligence. Intelligence can be mimicked by algorithms crunching data, solving problems, or playing chess without ever feeling a thing. It's not memory either. Memories are just stored information, retrievable by neurons or hard drives alike. It's the raw experience of being, the feeling of red, the sound of a violin, the sting of regret. These aren't physical things, they're experiences. And no matter how far we break down the brain into cells and circuits, we never quite land on experience. We see inputs and outputs, but not the thing that lives in between. That's the mystery. You can describe a brain with equations, but you can't describe what it's like to be you using math. So, panpsychism doesn't try to explain consciousness away.